So, you just bought a health insurance policy. You feel great, you think you're covered from day one, right? Well, there's this little detail, kind of hidden in the fine print, that can actually make or break your claim. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on it.
First, let's just start with this number, 30%. According to India's insurance regulator, IRDAI, that's how many health insurance claims get delayed or just flat out denied. We're talking nearly 1 in every 3 claims. That's a huge number. And it really makes you wonder,
what is going on here? What's this invisible wall so many people are hitting right when they need that coverage the most? It's probably not about the premium you paid or the hospital you went to. The answer is actually a simple but very often overlooked rule in your policy.
and that rule is called the waiting period. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest reason for those early claim rejections. Honestly, understanding this one concept is your best defense against a really nasty surprise down the road. So what in the world is it? Okay, so here's the official definition. A waiting period is basically a set amount of time after you buy your policy where you just can't make claims for certain things. So yeah, you're paying your premiums, but some parts of your coverage are still kind of warming up on the sidelines. The absolute easiest way to get your head around this is to think of it like a probation period at a new job, right? You're technically an employee from day one, but you might not get access to all the company benefits until you've been there for, say, 90 days. Your health policy works in a very, very similar way. Now, I know what you might be thinking, that this sounds a little unfair, but there is a logic behind it. These periods are there to stop someone from, say, finding out they need surgery on Monday, buying a policy on Tuesday, and filing a claim on Wednesday. It helps keep the system fair for everyone, makes sure insurance companies can remain stable, and it encourages all of us to think of insurance as long-term protection, not just a last-minute fix.
So, here's the crucial part. Not all waiting periods are created equal. They come in different lengths for different situations. Let's break down the 4 main timelines that you absolutely have to know about. All right, let's run through these. First, pretty much every policy has an initial waiting period. It's usually about 30 days where only accidents are covered. Then you've got waiting periods for specific diseases. Think planned procedures like a cataract surgery or a hernia operation. For those, you could be waiting 1 to 2 years. Now, the big one is for pre-existing diseases, or PEDs. This is for conditions you already have, like diabetes or high blood pressure. And here, the wait can be anywhere from 2 to a full 4 years. And finally, if you're planning to grow your family, maternity cover has its own timeline, which can sometimes be as long as 4 years. And that pre-existing disease period is so important because of stats like this. 1 in 3 adults in India has high blood pressure. That means millions of us have a condition that falls right into that 2 to 4 year waiting period. If you don't plan for that, a claim for something super common could get rejected, leaving you holding a massive bill. Okay, so that's the challenge. And yeah, it can seem a little daunting, but it is not a dead end. The key is just to be smart about it, to be strategic. So let's talk about the smart play strategy for getting around these timelines. Here are 4 super actionable steps. Number 1, buy your policy early. I mean, the younger and healthier you are, the faster you can get these waiting periods over with. 2, look for waivers. Some insurers will offer add-ons that can actually shorten these waiting periods. It'll cost you a bit more, but it's an option. 3, when you're shopping for a policy, please look beyond the premium. Dig into the waiting period clauses and compare them. And finally, and this is totally non-negotiable, be 100% honest about your health conditions when you apply. Hiding something is the surest way to get your claim rejected later on. So, after all that, what's the real bottom line? What's the main takeaway here? How should you actually think about this whole waiting period thing?
The most important thing to remember is this. A waiting period isn't some hidden trap designed to trick you. It's just a standard feature of the product. And once you know the rules of the game, you can plan around them and actually make them work for you.
And you really need to plan, because the stakes are incredibly high. Medical inflation in India is roaring along at about 14% a year. That means healthcare costs are just skyrocketing. A rejected claim isn't just an inconvenience anymore. It can be a genuine financial disaster. Being proactive is your best insurance policy. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. For every single benefit in your policy, there's a countdown timer. And the sooner you press start, the sooner you are truly fully protected. So, is yours running yet?